Ultra factor and nano factor are derived from bovine colostrum, and there's research out there that shows bovine colostrum improves the growth rate of our skin cells. So there's a fancy word for skin cells, it's called fibroblasts, and it improves the growth rate of our skin cells. So there's another reason why we want to have that in our product. And then this was interesting, I found this out as we were developing it. There was actually peptides in the egg yolk, and the egg yolk for us is what? What do we call that? Ovofactor, right? Trifactor is the ultra factor, nanofactor, and ovofactor. Ovofactor is transfer factor that's derived from chicken egg yolk. And it turns out that when there are peptides within the chicken egg yolk that actually stimulate hair growth, right? So again, another reason why you would want to have trifactor and a transfer factor in collagen. And you can talk about that, right? That's a way to distinguish us from everybody else. Because nobody else has transfer factor, right? For Life has exclusive rights. We have patents on transfer factor. And so nobody else can use it. Nobody else can even make it. They don't know how to make it because we have all these patents and it's all proprietary. And so you can rest assured that when you go out there, you've got something in your pocket that nobody else has when you talk about TF collagen or any other supplement that has transfer factor in it, right? As soon as you can talk about transfer factor and get people to understand what transfer factor is and its importance and how it impacts our immune system in a positive way, that's pretty powerful stuff. That's a really good tool to have to go out and talk about our products. And in this case, talk about TF collagen. Okay? Has everybody got that? That makes sense? Okay, so we also have vitamin C and vitamin E. So these are antioxidants. So we talked about some of the things that steal collagen, right? Free radicals, ultraviolet radiation, those steal collagen. We have them in there to help improve collagen synthesis, help us protect our skin from UV damage, right? So one of the interesting things as we were looking into this is people who need collagen but are vegans, they actually take huge amounts of vitamin C. Not because it helps that reservoir of collagen, but it helps synthesize collagen. And we've got both. We've got ingredients that help synthesize collagen. We have ingredients that are a great source of collagen. And so we're attacking it from different angles, right? That's one of the wonderful things about when you look at For Life products, is we very rarely, if at all, have just one ingredient. Because when we want to look at a specific area of health, we want to attack it from different ways. And because we attack it from different ways, that gives us the ability to have additive or synergistic benefits. Because we're utilizing different mechanisms to help improve whatever area of health we're looking at. And TF collagen is no different, right? We are attacking it from providing collagen, that reservoir, we're filling that reservoir up. And then we're also adding these antioxidants that help that synthesis, right? It helps our body synthesize collagen. Okay, that makes sense? Pretty simple formula, but very, very powerful and well-grounded in a lot of research. Okay? Okay, in fact, one of the interesting things as we were developing this product, we were working with a professor at Brigham Young University in Utah. And what was interesting is as we were going through all the research that we were talking about, and the different ingredients and how we would formulate this product, the professor said, hey, I'm on an editorial board of a pretty prestigious research journal, and what you guys are doing right now is pretty innovative. It's pretty unique. And what you should do is you should publish that research. And when he told me that, I just kind of laughed. I'm like, you think we should publish how we develop this product? Is it really that important? And they said, yeah, it is, because nobody's doing it this way. It is important. And in the world of research publications, it's kind of a funny world. It's almost like a beauty pageant in some ways. So what you do is you put together all your research, and then you submit it to this journal, and then this journal sends it out to all over the world to these experts in this area. In this case, they're experts in skin. And then these experts read your article and they decide, is this really innovative? Is this cutting edge? Is this great stuff? And so it's kind of like a beauty pageant, right? Is this really good enough to be published? Is this pretty enough? And in this case, they said, yeah, it is. We want you to publish it. We accept your publication. And so, in my way of thinking, that really validates what we did. It validates that the research that went into this product, if you take it out to the people who know all about skin health, hair health, nail health, research scientists, and you ask them, is this good? And if you publish it, then that's saying, yeah, this is good. This is innovative. This is cutting edge. This is something that nobody else is doing. And so it was something that I was really proud of, because it really is a sign, an independent verification that we've created an innovative product. Yeah. Thank you. Now, I didn't write it. It was actually mostly written by Virginia, but that's okay. I helped a little bit. I reviewed it, but it's just an amazing thing, because no company does that. Right? Most of the time you think about formulas, nobody wants to share their formulas, right? You see proprietary blends and all that. Nobody wants you to know. But here, we're like, no, we're pretty confident that what we've done is innovative, and we're willing to send it out there and let the experts decide. And they decided, yeah, it's worthy of publication. And so that's another thing you can talk about. Again, very strong, backed by science product. Okay? All right, so now the simple part, right? So what do you guys need to do? Well, it's pretty easy, right? It comes in a sachet, and you just mix it with 250 mils of water. And it's very soluble, so you can put it in all kinds of different drinks, and it will solubilize. I understand that you can even put it in porridge. Is that right? Some people like to put it in porridge, so you can put it in porridge if you want. Okay? All right, so a couple of FAQs. There's a few questions that came up as we were developing this, and so I wanted to address them here. And then if anybody had, I don't know if we had, we'll have a Q&A after as well, okay? So, first question, which type of collagen is 4Life TF collagen? Fish. And what type is fish? It's type 1, right? Remember, there's 28 different types of collagen. They each have a different function. And the function for type 1 is skin health, nail health, and hair health. And so type 1 is very, very important. And so that's what we have in collagen. So if anybody asks you what type it is, you can say it's a hydrolyzed marine collagen. It is type 1. Okay? What type of fish does 4Life source its collagen from? Does anybody know? I heard catfish. Tilapia. I heard. You already know. Let them answer. Haddock and cod. Okay, 4 types of fish. Okay, and these fish come from all over the world, right? Some of them even come from Southeast Asia. Okay. All right. What is the difference between TF collagen and Pro-TF? Okay, so we already learned TF collagen is marine collagen, hydrolyzed marine collagen. But what's Pro-TF? Whey, hydrolyzed whey, right? And what did we learn is important about proteins and peptides? The amino acids are important, right? And the amino acids in whey protein, which is what's in Pro-TF, is very different than the amino acid composition in TF collagen. And that's because it has different functions within our body. And so again, marine collagen, the same collagen that's in TF collagen, is geared towards what type of health? Skin health, right? But what about Pro-TF? Is Pro-TF for the skin? It's for the muscles, right? Because the proteins that are in Pro-TF are geared towards what we call muscle protein synthesis. Okay? Did you know that as you age, not only do you get wrinkles and you lose firmness in your skin, do you know you also lose muscle mass? Yes. So when you start to get into your 40s, your body starts to lose anywhere from 5 to 8% of their muscle mass per decade. And that area is called sarcopenia. That's when you start to lose muscle mass as you age. So when I think about why do I need both, I would imagine somebody who's 40 or 50 years old who's starting to see those visual telltale signs of aging, right? Wrinkles, firmness, elasticity. They would want to take collagen. But is that collagen going to help them for their muscle protein synthesis? No, it's going to, our body recognizes, based on this amino acid composition of these peptides, that it's going to go to our skin, to our hair, to our nails. It's not going to go to our muscles. But if we have ProTF, and we have this 40-year-old person who's starting to develop sarcopenia, muscle mass loss, you would want to take ProTF, right? Because you don't want to lose that muscle mass. Does that make sense? Right? And so there's no reason why you couldn't take both. In fact, you probably want to, right? You don't want to lose muscle mass. You don't want to get fine lines and wrinkles. And so you would take both. And it's perfectly safe to take both, right? There's no problem with taking both of them. They serve different functions, right? Different purposes. Okay, this is a really popular question that we've got. Can I mix 4-Life Collagen with a hot drink? Or porridge? Or coffee? Or tea? So there's something that happens in proteins, which is called denaturing. And that means they start to unfold that triple helix. And that denaturing can happen when you start to elevate temperatures. But in the case of collagen, I actually went and looked in the literature. I found out that collagen doesn't really denature until it gets 300 degrees Celsius. Would anybody want to drink coffee or tea at 300 degrees Celsius? Well, let me ask you this. Could you even drink it? It's gas, right? It's steam. So there's no worry about collagen getting damaged because it's in a hot drink, right? Because even a hot drink is not even close to 100 degrees Celsius, right? Because 100 degrees Celsius is boiling, right? So don't worry about putting this in hot drinks. It's going to be fine. And if anybody tells you, then you can tell them, oh no, 300 degrees Celsius. That's how high you got to get before you have problems. Okay? When is the best time to take TF collagen for optimal absorption? Does anybody know? So you can think about it in terms of time, and you can think about it in terms of taking it with a meal or without a meal.
With a meal.
From a collagen standpoint, it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter whether you take it in the morning, in the afternoon, with a meal or not. But there's ingredients in there that are fat soluble, right? Does anybody know which fat soluble ingredient is in there? The vitamin E, right? Vitamin E is fat soluble, and when it's fat soluble, that means to get the maximum benefit of a fat soluble ingredient, you need to take it with what? A meal, because meals have fat in them, and in the world of chemistry, fat and fat go together. Not fat and not fat also go together. And so you're going to get better absorption of the vitamin E that's in TF collagen, because if you take it with a meal, then you're generally getting more fat-soluble food in your stomach that allows it to be absorbed a little bit better. Now, I don't know that it's going to make a huge amount of difference, but if you have to decide to take it with a meal or without, I mean, if you're taking it with your porridge, you're already taking it with a meal, right? But I don't know that there's a huge difference. But if you want to get the maximum benefit, then you might want to take it with a meal. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. I think that might be it, but I think are we opening it for questions, or are you asking me questions?